welcome to the video. This is going to be my solution for the add two numbers problem on LeetCode. So basically, add two numbers asks you where you're given two non-empty linked lists representing two non-negative integers are stored in reverse order. So for example, 243 is actually 342 and 564 is actually 465. So as you can see, it's like that, and then they want you to add those numbers and then store them as a linked list. So you want to store it as 807. Well, you get the solution 807, but you want to store it in a reverse linked list as well, so 708. So basically the way we should think about this is we're going to be returning a linked list, so we should be creating a linked list, to return in the first place. So we're going to start by making a list node called head. This is going to be a new list node with the value 0 in it, and then we're going to do a new list node called L3, and that's going to point to head, and then we're going to need a carry a little bit down the road, so we're going to do int carry is equal to 0. So now while L1 is not equal to null, or L2 is not equal to null, so that means neither of them are at the end of their list, then or one out of bounds of their list or whatever, then we're going to go ahead and check to see, or we're going to go ahead and make some integers here. So we're going to get one for L1 val, and it's going to equal one of two things. It's going to either equal the value of L1. If it is not equal to null, then it's going to give us the value at L1, so L1.val. Otherwise, it's going to give us 0. Same thing with L2, so we can go ahead and do L2 underscore val is equal to L2, as long as L2 is not equal to, null, then it'll be L2.value. Otherwise, it's 0, same as the top one. So then we can go ahead and start our sum. So our sum is going to be L1 underscore val plus L2 underscore val plus whatever the carry is at the time. And then the carry is going to be whatever that sum is at the time divided by 10. So it will be the sum divided by 10, and then the last digit will be equal to that sum modulo 10. So it'll be the remainder of the sum divided by 10, basically. That's what modulo does. And we can make a new list node, and we'll call it like new node, and we'll set that equal to a new list node created with the value from the last digit. So the last digit will be the ones place, basically, and the carry will be the tens place, basically, of like whatever you get when you add the two numbers together. So the last digit gets sent to L3, which is going to be a linked list because it's a list node with a object in its next spot now. So we can go ahead and set L3 to L3.next, which means we're pushing it down the line, basically. So this was L3 at one point, but now L3 is going to equal L3.next, so it gets pushed along. That's what happens. So now at the end, we're going to go ahead and see if there is a carry still even after at the end of this while loop. Actually, this is not where we're going to be yet. We're not done yet. So L3 dot next is going to equal that new node we just created. Sorry, my reference is a little bit confusing. So then we have to double check everything, both the linked lists, to make sure that they're not null still, and as long as they're not null, then we can move on to their next values. So we can do that for both. If L2 is not equal to null, then we have to show L2 is equal to L2.next. Now we can do the L3. We can push everything over. So we set L3 to whatever the ones place digit is of adding these two, so it's 7. Then we push it over here with L3 equals L3.next. So now we can go ahead and do this logic down at the bottom. If there's a carry still after all of that, so that means carry is greater than 1, which it can really only ever be 1, because the ones place of the highest numbers that these can be, because these can either be 0 all the way up to 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 divided by 10, the ones place can only be 1. It'll never be 2. So you could do carry equals 1 or carry is greater than 0, but it'll always only ever be 1. So then you can go ahead and put a new list node. We'll call it new node again, equals new list node. And then we can just put the value of carry in there, which, like I said, is only ever going to be 1. Then we can set the next value of L3 to this new node value. So that means we're going to set the next value of this to carry, and then we can go ahead and set L3 to equal L3.next, which will let us finally here at the end, return this head dot next, which just cuts off that empty node at the beginning. And when we submit this, this should work out for us. Looks like we screwed something up here. Last digit is we can't do that. So why is that giving us an issue? Last digit equals current sum modulo 10. The error it's saying is I can't find the symbol. That's because this is an integer. Sorry, that was a dumb mistake, but we have to initialize this as a new integer. Now it should work. So let's go ahead, and here we go. We reached the end, and it shows runtime was 2 milliseconds, beats 99%. The memory it took was pretty high. It doesn't beat that many. There's definitely better solutions out there, but yeah, this is what we came up with. I hope you guys enjoyed, and check out the other videos on the channel. Goodbye.